And that was the parts that I wanted to bring out, and I think is really important as we continue to walk through your story in terms of embracing boundaries and really understanding these things that kind of were taught into you in terms of the shame and judgment of really crossing your eyes, dotting your I's and crossing your T's, that I think is really found in the Christian church. And we've talked about this, like, I am religious and, I define myself as a Christian as well, but I think there's something that is lost along the way, right? Going down this path of like, okay, we're supposed to do X, we're supposed to do Y, and moving towards truth, but not taking grace along the way. And so growing up, you learned very early on that gayness was bad, right? What was something, like, tell me the time that your mom or your grandma, who kind of said something to you?
So I remember, like my very first crush, it was a little boy named Luis in like kindergarten. And, that was cute and all. I remember my mom, she found like little notes in my little notebook. She was like, oh, Luis, like, who's Luis? And I'm just like, yeah, like, I got a crush on Luis. And then the following year, I want to say I was in like first grade, first or second grade maybe. There was this girl, and I just thought she was so cute. I was like, I don't know how old I was, maybe like 6. I was pretty young, so I was just like, oh, like, she's cute, like, I got a crush on her. And so I told like my siblings, I was like, oh yeah, like, we lived right across the street from the school, so I was like, oh yeah, that's the girl I got a crush on. And she ended up my stepsister ended up telling my mom. I'm not sure how she told her. I think she just like, somehow my mom found out. And my mom came to me and she was like, oh, like, that's not right. You shouldn't be having crushes on girls. Like, you shouldn't, like, that's not right. Like,
and like, that to me is like, that memory was, stoned into your very being. And so by first grade, you knew, okay, I'm supposed to like boys.
Yeah.
And so as you moved into high school, I remember you telling me something also of like, what was the first thing that your mom said to you walking into your first day of high school?
Yeah, so, going to high school, it was my first day, and we still lived pretty close to the school, so I could have walked to school, but my mom was like, hey, like, I'm gonna take you to school. So she drove me, and in the car, she said, she kind of just brought up like, oh, like, there's gonna be gay girls there. And she said, if any of those girls try to like touch you or like try to flirt with you, I can't remember exactly what she said, but something along those lines, you need to hit them. Yeah. And I was just sitting there like, hit them. I'm like, I didn't say anything. I think I was just shocked.